Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. My name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And today I'm participating in a collab with some other moms. They'll be linked in the playlist below. And we're going to share our favorite crock pot meals. I don't know about you, but my family thinks they have to eat 3 meals a day. I'm like, I fixed breakfast and lunch and you still want dinner? I mean, who am I kidding? I want dinner too. I love to eat. And I'm always thinking about my next meal and what I want to cook. And I actually do like cooking dinner for them. But if I can have something that is dump and go and easy and is ready for me in the afternoon when my husband gets home, then I think that's a win. I'm tired just like you are. We do 1,000 things during the day between taking care of our kids, working, whatever we choose to do. We homeschool, so by the end of the day, I just want something that's going to be really easy. So I'm going to share with you my 3 favorite meals that I like to cook in the crock pot. These are something my whole family will eat, and it normally has leftovers. So I'm going to share those, and if you need some more meals, definitely check out the other mamas in the playlist. They're going to share their favorites as well. Here she is, my trusty crock pot that I've had, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how long we've had it. We've been married for over 14 years maybe? We've had it a long time. She still works great. So there's our crock pot, and this is what you're gonna need for the first dump and go crock pot meal. This is called Fiesta chicken. It is excellent, it is quick, and your family is gonna love it. So, to feed a family of 4, this will make enough, probably even more than that, because I can usually feed my family, which is 3 people, and then I have enough for my mom and dad. So I only use 2 chicken breasts, corn, black beans, rotel. These are the ones I like. The Mission Carb Balance whole wheat tortillas. These are my favorite. Some Fiesta Ranch Hidden Valley mix. And then I like to buy the reduced fat cream cheese. And then you also need some, have the black beans that I showed you rinsed and ready to go. Now the cream cheese you do not add. You wait until about an hour before you're ready to eat it, and then you put it in. So we're going to put in all the ingredients, and then later today I will add this about an hour before we're ready to eat. And then once it is done, I'll warm these up. I like to warm these up on the stove so that they're nice and warm. So I usually set this on low and leave it for 4 to 6 hours. Of course, it can stay longer than that, but I'm telling you, this is a meal that your family's gonna want over and over. It is delicious. So we're just gonna start putting everything in, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, here we go. My head's gonna be cut off, but that's totally okay, because what's important is this dump and go meal you're about to see. So first, chicken. So simple. So simple. You're gonna put the chicken in. I say that and I can't even pick it up. Here's our chicken. Now for the corn. I do not drain the corn. I like to leave that in there. Super simple. Rotel. The black beans that have been rinsed and drained. And the last thing for right now is your Hidden Valley Fiesta Ranch packet. And you're going to use the whole thing. And I do not stir it up right now. I'll come back to it later after it's cooked a little while, and I'll give it a stir. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave it, and we'll come back later and put the cream cheese in it. This has been cooking all day, and it's about an hour before we're ready to eat. So I'm going to put in the cream cheese, and I just stir it up a little bit, and in an hour it'll be ready to go. And I'll show you what it looks like then. So just dumping in the cream cheese into chunks. I cut it in chunks with the spoon, but you could put the whole block in there. It really wouldn't matter. So I just give it a little stir so that it will melt. And in 1 hour, it will be ready to eat. The Fiesta chicken's finished. It doesn't look very appetizing, but I promise you it's really good. I just put my spoon in there and broke up all the chicken, so it's ready. These have been browned, or not browned, they've been warmed up. We eat 2 apiece, and then usually have some left over. I just put a little bit, like kind of on the side here, roll it up, and they're good to go. So that's Fiesta chicken. Dump and Go Crock Pot meal number 2 is a smoked sausage hash brown casserole. I don't know about you guys, but we love breakfast for supper, and this was the perfect addition to all those nights that I cook breakfast for supper. So let me show you what you need. You're going to need some smoked sausage. You're going to need an onion. I'm not going to use a whole onion. I'm just going to use half because I'm not that crazy about it in my hash brown casserole. You need cream of chicken soup, and then you're going to also fill that can with water after you dump the soup out so you'll have more liquid. You need some shredded cheese, and then of course you need some hash browns. Now the recipe that I saw originally, they used like the cubed hash browns, but I prefer the shredded up hash browns. So I'm going to spray my crock pot with some Pam, and then we'll add all the ingredients, and then all you have to do is set it on high for 3 hours. So you don't even need all day. If you're in a pinch and you need something for supper, this only takes 3 hours on high. First step to make this is to spray your pan, or your crock pot, sorry, with some cooking spray, and then I just put a layer of the hash browns after they thawed out, a layer of the hash browns, and now we're going to work on adding the other things. Okay, now we're going to add all the other things. So I'm going to go ahead and put the onion in. So I just chopped up my onion. I don't like a lot. That's totally up to you. I'm going to put the onion in, and then I just saved the rest of the onion for my other crock pot meal that I'm making. So onions in. And now my favorite part, I just cubed up the smoked sausage, you know, just in little, if you can see it, small pieces. That's going to be my favorite part because, I mean, well, it's all going to be delicious, but I have a lot of it. I did not use the whole pack though, because it's just 3 of us eating, so I didn't use the whole pack. And then I'm going to put a layer of cheese. Another thing I like to do is when we're about to eat it, I go ahead and put one more layer of cheese on top so that it can melt on top. So there's a layer of cheese. Now I'm going to put in the cream of chicken soup. Then I'm going to go fill this can with a cup of water. So I'll have to step away for just a second. You want to make sure that you have that liquid in there. So there's your cup of water. And then you just take a spoon and you stir it all up so that everything is covered. So get it, all the hash brown covered, all of the cheese, all of the smoked sausage. Get it covered in that soup and water mixture. And that's it. We are going to put this on high, and we are going to let it go for 3 hours, and then we'll be ready to eat. So this is what it looks like after it's been cooking for 3 hours. So we're getting ready to eat. I'm going to put some cheese on the top and let it sit while I fix everybody's plate. So I'm just going to put one more layer of that cheese. And we're going to serve this up with some biscuits and some scrambled eggs. Day 3's meal for the Dump and Go Crock Pot meals is taco soup. Now I know that you do not have to make taco soup in the crock pot. It can very well be put on the stove. But I feel like when my soup is on the stove, I have to babysit it and I have to watch it and make sure people are careful around it. And when it's in the crock pot, I just can dump it in, leave it, and I don't worry about it. I don't worry about it sitting out on the counter. So that's why I like to just throw it in the crock pot, keep it warm until supper time. So for my taco soup, I did the ground beef and onions yesterday because I had a little bit of time. So I went ahead and made that yesterday. I just browned that up. Sour cream, that's for the toppings, and you can also put shredded cheese on it when it's done. I like to do shredded cheese and sour cream. And I'm going to use the leftover cheese from my hash brown casserole that I made to put on top of here. You need beef broth. My husband prefers to eat it with thin and crispy Tostitos. I'm a weirdo and eat it with a peanut butter sandwich. So whatever floats your boat. Eat whatever you like with it. But that's what he likes. You need salsa. You need corn, you need black beans, you need green chilies, and then I have my taco seasoning and my ranch mix. So this will all go into making a delicious taco soup. All right, so here we go. We're going to work on our taco soup. So first I'm going to add my ground beef and onions. It's going to go in the bottom. I'm just going to spread that out. Gonna pour in my whole can of corn, not drained. My beans, my black beans that I have soaked, rinsed. A can of chopped green chilies. Then I'm going to use a tablespoon and a half of ranch mix. This is just the salad dressing seasoning mix. And then I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. And this is the Taco Bell kind. Never tried it with that kind, so we're going to see if we like that. And you can decide more or less of either one, whichever one you want to do. That goes in there. Then you need 2 cups of beef broth. So of course I like to measure that. I'm not one of these people that can just like guess like my mom does. Like she's just like this little natural cook. And you know, she doesn't have to measure, but I'm not there yet. So I like to measure. So here's my 2 cups of beef broth going in. And then you need 2 cups of salsa. I thought it would be the whole jar, and I was right. So that worked out. So 2 cups of any kind of salsa. I like the mild, but you can buy whatever you like. Okay. We're going to get a spoon. Stir this up. I like to mix it all together. And because the beef is already cooked, obviously, you just want to let it sit. So I'm just going to put it on low and let it sit here and get warm until we're ready to eat supper. So the taco soup has been sitting in the crock pot for a few hours waiting on my husband to get home from work, so it's ready to go. And then like I said, we just serve it up in bowls. We like sour cream and cheese on top of ours. I like to eat mine with a sandwich. My husband prefers these thin and crispy tortilla chips. And that's it. That's how simple it is to make the dump and go taco soup. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you try these meals. Let me know in the comments below if you try them and like them, and share some with me. If you have any favorite crock-pot meals, I'm always looking for new things to cook because I run out of stuff. So definitely share them below and like and subscribe. Thanks again.